Hello, YouTube fam. I wanted to say thank you for those of you who have been watching my videos and those new ones of you who have subscribed to my channel. I appreciate it so much. But yeah, I just kind of was in the mood to like pick up my camera today and be like, hey, let's kind of just take you guys along with me as I go get my oil change. I might go work in a coffee shop and just kind of have a chill day, but I just wanted to chat too about where I'm at with bodybuilding, where I'm at with training and just life and things like that. So let's go. So first things first, here's the fit for my little errand day. These are fit jeans, which you guys know are literally the best jeans ever. I've posted about them on my Instagram. But basically, they fit my body really well, hence the name fit jeans. But I love them because they're kind of just made for more of like an athletic build, or girls who are like on the bigger end with like their legs and stuff like that. I feel like more athletic end. This just fits your waist really well. It fits your glutes and your quads, because I feel like a lot of times I have issues with like jeans just not fitting me right. So yeah, but this is the fit. Okay, let's go. I'm in the bathroom of a coffee shop right now. In the previous clip you saw my almond milk latte. I have not had a hot latte since like before prep, so like it was freaking amazing. But I wanted to chit chat and talk more, but it was kind of rough. It was kind of busy today in the coffee shop, so I just wanted to kind of mind my own business, do my work. But I dropped off my car to get an oil change, which now I'm gonna go walk back to the auto shop and go pick up my car. I'm gonna go home and make my lunch. All right, I have made it back home. Currently I am cooking my lunch. So I already have sirloin steak that I cooked. So I'm actually just heating it up on the stovetop because for some reason it tastes so much better when it's like heated up on the stovetop. And then I have a bell pepper in here. So here's my meal. It is steaming. What's been happening lately is I've been like literally fogging up the whole house, steaming up the whole house with my food, because I turn my pan on too high and then it cooks and then it just steams up and then I forget to turn it on low quicker, whatever. Anyways, I just thought we could have a little chit chat about where my headspace has been the last like 4.5 weeks since my show. So if you watched my previous video and you've been following along with my journey, my bodybuilding journey, I competed in my first bodybuilding competition on May 13th at the Pacific Coast Championships in Lincoln City. And it was so much fun. I literally had the best weekend ever. It definitely took me some time to just decompress, process the whole entire show, and just kind of decide like what I actually wanted to do like moving forward in terms of like if I wanted to compete this year again, if I wanted to take an off season, like what I wanted to do. So really like what that looked like is I honestly just have been I processed really the first like week after my show and just took time to just chill. I definitely felt overwhelmed because it was just so much, like prep is so intense, at least when it comes to focus and stuff, that like once it's over you're like, oh my gosh, what just happened? Like I just competed, I did all this work for 16 weeks, well essentially 9 months, but the prep itself was 16 weeks, and so it was like, where do I go from here type of thing. I definitely didn't feel like lost when my show was over, because a lot of competitors, you'll hear them say like, oh, I feel like, you know, I don't have a drive anymore, or I don't have anything to work towards anymore, and I just feel hopeless and whatever. Or they have like an identity crisis. I didn't have that, which I was surprised. And I think part of that is because I did some mental prep work beforehand, because I tried to really detach my identity from bodybuilding. And I would say that I still do struggle with that. I wouldn't say that that's a completely like easy thing for me to do, because bodybuilding is a big part of my life. Fitness is a big part of my life. You know, I have my own business. I train people for a living. I go to the gym. Like that's just what I do. But I also just knew that like that doesn't define me as a person. Like at the end of the day, if bodybuilding is taken away from me, if lifting is taken away from me, like what's left? You know what I mean? So I think just recognizing that, like also the community that I had around me, like my coach, my friend Gemma, my family, just the people who are like my main supporters, who have been so kind and so supportive through this process have really been really helpful. And I think just like making sure I'm getting involved in other activities outside of the gym, you know, like going to an art creative night, going to get coffee with friends, going on walks with friends, like just doing things, going bowling, like doing activities that aren't just like in the gym or training clients or bodybuilding focused, because then that's giving me more like perspective on like, oh, I can go have fun. I can have a little bit of a life. I don't have to be so focused on this. And like, not that it's bad to be focused. I totally think that you can be focused on something and also be having fun. But it's been fun to just do that. But anyways, I'm like just going on and on. I'm going to put my lunch in a bowl and then I'm going to continue this conversation. Look at this steaming bowl of goodness. Literally so yummy. Bell pepper, sirloin steak, and then some cilantro chopped up with green onion and cucumber, and a little bit of lemon juice and vinegar, salt and pepper. The best meal of my whole life. So as I was saying, I'm just gonna kind of stand here and chit chat a little bit more because I just want to continue this conversation while I'm on a roll here. And then I'm gonna devour this meal. Bodybuilding, what are my thoughts, decisions moving forward? So the day after my show, or 2 days after my show, I actually called my coach. I had a phone call with him and basically just kind of talked through how the weekend went. We talked about how much fun it was, talked about how I had confidence on stage. I wasn't nervous, but my goal moving forward has really been to focus on growth, obviously. So like that's usually what competitors call it. It's like your off season is your time to grow, essentially bulk, whatever. And so I was debating between going into an off season or choosing to do another show. So my coach was saying that I could potentially do a show 6 weeks from then. So the Oregon Open in July, which I actually was considering doing, but I really thought about it for a week and kind of just decided to take this year, the rest of this year off and compete next year. That is my goal right now. So as exciting as that is, it felt like it was kind of a hard decision at first because I really was like, oh, I kind of want to compete this summer, but I just have a lot going on this summer. Not that I couldn't compete. That's our ice machine. Not that I couldn't compete this summer. I just felt very like prep does take a lot out of you and I was very exhausted. But I also just knew that I really wanted to put a lot more effort and focus into my business, my clients, into my family. My little sister's getting married this summer, and just into other areas of my life I wanted to put more value and pour more of myself into, because I knew that when I am focusing on a bodybuilding prep and a show, it does feel like I am not as focused on those things, which makes total sense. But I just wanted to be a little bit more present emotionally, mentally, physically with family this summer. So obviously I'm still training like a bodybuilder. I am a bodybuilder, but I'm still training. I'm still, following my meals. I'm still working hard. I'm still working towards a goal. It's just going to be a little bit longer for that goal to be achieved, which I'm totally okay with, because I've seen that with bodybuilding, like it takes time to work towards something. It's not just going to be like in an instant, you're going to like get your result type of thing. It's not a quick fix. But yeah, so dying. So far though, like my rebound phase, so like your post bodybuilding show, your post prep, has been actually really insane. I've been told like, oh, you're only going to be shredded for like 2 weeks and then you're going to gain a bunch of weight type of thing. Which obviously, yes, like I've gained weight, but I've only put on like 3.5 pounds since show day, which that doesn't happen to everybody. A lot of people will gain like 10 plus pounds within the first month post show. And a lot of that can just be a result of like overeating, binge eating, struggling to follow a meal plan, struggling to find structure in your day-to-day. It can be really hard to stay on track after a bodybuilding show just because you've been so focused and so like structured for so long that like you kind of just want a break mentally or physically, or you struggle with food or whatever. And so thank God for my coach Matthew, because he's been so supportive and so kind in helping me, like walking me through this process. Because I mean, I got freedom for the first 3 days after my show to eat whatever I wanted. And then I went back on a meal plan like 3 days after. And then obviously I was doing cardio still every day or 6 days a week. And I was still doing my ab workouts. I was still, training. I took the first week after my show, I only trained, I think, a few days. I kind of was chilling a little bit. I was so extremely sore and so exhausted because my body was dehydrated from being on stage because you can't drink a lot of water. And then I was just, my calves hurt so bad from all the cardio I was doing and from just wearing the heels all weekend. So that was crazy to think about. I did not think that my body would be that like intensely like sore. So anyways, I basically just have been following my plan still. My coach has been giving me free meals like once a week.
which have been really amazing. I literally live for free meals. But I've been feeling really good. I definitely felt pretty fatigued and tired the last like 3 weeks, I would say. This last 4th week has been a little bit better. I still feel pretty tired in the afternoons, but I think it's just my adrenals are kind of bouncing back. I mean, they were pretty low. I'm actually going to be getting some blood work done too, just to kind of make sure my levels are good on everything and just double check and see if things are good. Other than that, like, I am really blessed and thankful to not have this insane, like, unhealthy headspace with bodybuilding. But yeah, so I think moving forward, like, the goal for me is just to grow, to continue with my coach, and just to do a show next year. I am really big on staying natural right now in bodybuilding, so I do want to obviously put on more size and look even better for my next show. Like, that's kind of the goal. It's like you versus you. It's like, how much better can I do next time around? Can I beat myself type of thing? I really want to work on that with my coach and then see where I go from there. But basically that's kind of my thoughts on moving forward. Like I said, the reverse diet has been going really well. Like, my coach has been slowly working up my calories every week. I'm still relatively lean. I still have abs, which kind of blows my mind, but I think it's just because I've been so structured still and I haven't fallen off my plan and I haven't skipped cardio. I've still kept myself busy with movement and all of that. So definitely it's not the easiest thing ever, because there are some days where I'm just tired, and I was just talking to my coach about this. I'm like, sometimes it still feels like I'm in prep. Not because of how I feel necessarily, but just because it's like my mind state is like, oh my gosh, like I have to make sure that I can't have a bite of this, or I can't do this. And it's like, okay, I can have more flexibility and freedom in my day-to-day. I don't have to be so structured or strict, as you would call it. But I think that, yeah, I don't know. I was starting to kind of freak out because I was like, oh my gosh, like I feel like when I get a free meal, I just want to like freaking indulge and like eat the whole thing and eat more food even when I'm already like full. And coach was like, I mean, that's normal. He's like, a lot of times like you get this ravenous just like hunger and like you just want to eat all this food at once, like for a free meal. He's like, but also like your body is hungry for that. And that's what, like, your insulin is like spiked. Like, that is what regulates your hunger. So I think just having that balance of like the free meals, but then also following my plan and feeling good on my plan has been really helpful for me, at least. And I feel like I'm still having a really good relationship with my like mindset and my like how my body looks and just staying on top of things. So I'm really happy with that. Anyways, I'm gonna eat this meal right now. And yeah, I just spent the last hour or so cleaning the whole house. So I swept, I mopped, and I cleaned the kitchen. But look what I picked outside. We have this rose bush outside, and literally look how perfect this flower looks. Like, literally so beautiful. So cute. It just looks perfect right there. And here I am again, about to eat another scrumptious meal, this time with potatoes and chicken. But anyways, today's pretty chill. Wednesday afternoons, I usually either fill up with appointments or I work on some client work. But today I actually have a massage, so I'm going to take the camera with me to that. I actually haven't had a massage, you guys, since before my bodybuilding show, which actually kind of amazes me because you would think that I would have gotten one right after my show, but I didn't for some reason. So anyways, I'm going to go get a much overdue needed massage, and then I'm actually just going to go on a walk tonight with a friend. So pretty low-key day. So just going to eat my third meal and pretty much am just going to complete the rest of the day unwinding. I'm very excited for my massage. All right, look at what I'm still addicted to post bodybuilding show. Zevia. I drank these. I started drinking these like every single day in prep just because, like, obviously they taste really good, but if I was still like hungry or just wanted something sweet to like have, I would have one. But now that craving addiction has gone past prep and I have one still like every day. Occasionally I'll like skip a day, but anyways, I changed. This is my massage fit. I just have yoga pants on and a tank top. So I'm gonna go get my massage and I'll bring you guys there. Okay, literally so relaxing. I'm about to have my massage. Got the oils going. Here we go. I just came from my massage and I'm freaking tired. You can like see, I don't know if you can tell. There's like lines on my forehead from like the table, my face being like smushed. I could quite literally take a nap right now, but it is 6 p.m. in the evening. So I'm actually gonna go walk with a friend. That'll actually feel really, really good. I feel like post-massage, just to get up and kind of move around a little bit before I actually go to bed tonight. I'm just shocked that I haven't had a massage since my show, like before my show. I think I got one like 4 weeks out from my show or something. And then I just haven't had one since. But it felt really good. She just did like a full body massage with an emphasis of focus on my upper back and neck, because that's been a little bit tight lately. You guys know sometimes when you're like getting a massage and you just want to like lay there and not talk, right? And then the massage therapist like talks a lot. This one actually, she doesn't talk that much, but sometimes I'm just like, I just want to like focus on relaxing. And I was able to actually. We talked in the beginning for a little bit, which is totally fine. Like I don't mind talking at first, but then for a while I'm like, okay, I just want to like relax and chill. But yeah, I want to add one last thing before I end this vlog. I just want to say, like, lately I've been noticing my schedule has definitely like in a way slowed down since my bodybuilding show. I guess I've still been pretty busy, but like I keep myself really busy. My business has picked up. Not that it wasn't not busy when I was in prep, but I've definitely brought on some new clients and just had more time to pour into my business, which has been amazing. But I feel like I've had more time in terms of like I have more slow time like in the evenings. I've noticed, because like in prep, you know, I would try to get as much as I could done in like one day, so that way like all the way up until 6 or 7 p.m. and then I'd be so exhausted that I would just want to go to bed at like 9, because my body just didn't have energy for anything else. And so like now it's like, because I've been in that routine for so long, in the evenings I like feel like I'm still finding myself winding down like after 7 p.m., which has been really, really, really nice to have that routine, because I can go on evening walks, I can just like chill, I can like finish up work, I can watch a show, I can read a book, I can take a bath, I can go to bed. Like it's just really, really nice to have that instead of like rushing around and doing things until like 10 o'clock at night or something. But I really have enjoyed that. I've also just been trying to tell myself like, hey, it's okay to like have days where you aren't as busy. Like, because I think sometimes we get so caught up in the busyness of life that like we almost feel like we don't know what to do with ourselves when we're not busy. And I feel like I'm finding myself doing that lately. If I have like an hour or two in between something, or like if I have an evening that's more free, sometimes I get almost anxious because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing something. But then I'm like, why do I have to be doing something? Like, why can't I just like unwind or like read a book or like just do something that is like more relaxing for myself, opposed to like always having to be doing something, you know? Anyways, I just feel like I needed to say that. But I'm gonna eat my snack right now and then I'm gonna go on a walk. So I'm gonna be doing more vlogs on more topics soon. This one was just like a recap, catch up of my show and overall just how things have been going for me. So thanks for watching it if you've come this far, but I hope you guys have a fabulous week and I will chat with y'all soon.